Shabbat Shalom, Temple Sinai. This Shabbat, our Torah portion is Terumah, which has one of the more well-known verses of Torah. V'asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham. Build for me a mikdash, a sacred place, and I will dwell among you. The Torah portion is actually referring to the tabernacle that Moses and the Israelites were commanded to build in the wilderness. And we often think of it as, create a special space for us, a sanctuary or a synagogue building. But I think more than that, the Torah is calling us to find a special place within our own hearts. God dwells in these buildings, but God also dwells with each of us. And we have to remember that we have to make space for that in our own lives, in our own hearts, our own souls. Now, sometimes that's easy when we have downtime and we have time to think and consider, but in daily life, things are busy and we sometimes forget that. And so the Torah portion reminds us, take a moment, take a deep breath, build that inner sanctuary for yourself. Build that sanctuary so that you can thrive and God can dwell with you and in you so that you can have a more full and complete life. There are lots of ways to do that around the temple, and I hope you'll join us this Shabbat. Friday evening, we have a Shabbat dinner starting at 5:30, where we'll be celebrating Refugee Shabbat, and we have a special speaker over the dinner. And then at 7 o'clock, our fourth graders will be helping us and leading the service, so that should be a lot of fun. Saturday morning Torah study at 8:30, and then the minyan at 9:15. Though Cantor and I will be off with the fifth graders at a fifth grade retreat. Sunday next door is in session and all the usual activities. And Monday night we have two special events. Monday at 6, a group called Sharaka will be in town joining us for the Hartman class, and we invite the entire congregation to join us. Sharaka is a group that is working on building peace between Jews and Muslims and Christians based on the principles of the Abraham Accords. And so they are doing all sorts of wonderful things to help people come together, and they'll be joining our Hartman class Monday evening. So even if you're not part of the Hartman class, plan to join us at the temple or on the Zoom Monday at 6 o'clock. And then at 7:30, we have an author from the Jewish Book Council, Sarah Glass, who's written a book called Kissing Girls on Shabbat. It is her story. It's a memoir of her growing up in an ultra-Orthodox group and coming out and figuring out who she was and finding acceptance for who she was. And so it's a wonderful conversation about how Judaism can help us or get in the way, and how we deal with questions of gender and sexuality and those kinds of challenges. So I hope you can join us for both of those events. Throughout the rest of the week, the usual classes and sessions in session, everything's going on. We're getting ready for Purim, and soon enough, Passover will be here. For now, I wish you a Shabbat of building that dwelling place and enjoying the indwelling of God once you've done that. V'asuli mikdash, build the sanctuary, but that's not enough to build it. V'shachanti b'tocham, and then God will dwell with us. Both are important, the building, the creating, and the allowing for the space to dwell. Shabbat Shalom for now. Look forward to seeing you at the temple.